Well, this is it. How'd you like it? Before you go mad and all go stark raving bonkers and say, why did you buy it? What is it? Is it a Saab? Is it an Escort? I'll give you a little bit of backstory. When I was a kid, the first car that really appealed to me because it was an affordable supercar was the Ford Sierra RS Cosworth 3-door. It was just insane. It was one of the first cars that had 100 brake horsepower per litre, 204 horsepower out of a 2-litre engine, and was just awesome. So then my dad bought the one level down from that called the Ford Sierra XR4i that had a 2.8 litre V6 around 150 horsepower, and he used to hoon that thing around constantly, and I really fell in love with the car. Then it went into racing in the British Touring Car Championship, European Touring Car and Aussie Touring Car Championship, and they were dominant. They were amazing cars. One of the best races you will ever see, and I will put a link in the description, is a British touring car race at the Birmingham Super Prix, and I want to say it was around 88, 89 with Andy Rouse in second place. Just an insane race. Basically the race cars had around 550 horsepower out of the 2-litre engine with, I think, I don't know, about an 8-inch wide rear tyre, which obviously they couldn't put the power down, so they were nuts. So they were just a great car. Completely fell in love with them. Then in the 80s the insurance went crazy on cars because everybody was stealing them, and it just became unattainable. So then I came to America and found out about this car called the Ford Merca XR40i. Merca XR40i. Basically an XR4 from England with the 2.3 Lima inline-4 turbo, I think South American based engine. So these cars were built by Carmen in Germany and shipped over here, and they were sold through Mercury dealers, and the dealers made no profit on them. So when people came in wanting to buy them, they steered them towards Sables and all that kind of stuff. Plus they didn't know anything about them, and it didn't make any sense, you know. Everybody wanted a V8, and Ford were like, I know, we'll give them a 4-cylinder turbo that's about twice the price of anything else comparable in the class. Thus they didn't sell. Thus they're pretty rare. Thus nobody really knows about them, and for some unknown reason they don't really hold the value over here. So I was like, game on. So now I have my 5th one, and I'm going to hang on to this one. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to chop it up and hack it up like I have done in the past. I'm just going to go slow. A slow burn, I say. That may change, but anyway, let's see how we got her. I wanted to video so much more, but this is something we've just acquired. It's been sat for 17 years, a 1988 Merca XR40i, and we literally put a new battery on it, put some new gas in the tank, filled up the cooling system, and it's got a honking great misfire, but it's running. We literally just dragged it home with the U-Haul trailer with the same white truck as the Z3 did, but it's an 88 Merca XR40i, so you know, built to last. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it running and see what happens.
Just hired these beautiful, lovely ladies here to wash the Mercure. 17 years of hibernation. That little bear's washing up pretty nicely. Dang. You guys put some shorts on, we make some money with this video. Yeah. Guy's going wild.
Do you have another mitt or anything or not? there we go. There's the XR, ready for the next installment. Out of the project, which is now going to be called X-rated for obvious reasons, we've taken the schlonk-filled brown tops, and out of Budget and Scarpa Industries, which is run by Russ with the original V8 XR. I know it's not the original. I'm just saying, it just came out. We bought £36 high impedance Volvo injectors. There we go. Reinventing the XR wheel, as Russ has never stopped doing. See, wouldn't you know it, Russ actually knows what he's doing. This car is now running with £36 Volvo 5-cylinder injectors. And so we did plugs, wires, didn't do a cap or anything in injectors. The car's running a hell of a lot better than it was. It's still got bad gas in it. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get the paperwork, get the red tag, put some miles on it, and then she may be smoggable. We shall see.
You can make that work.
So right now,
It's a bit small.
we just we just found an exploded fan which was jammed into the housing, and lots of burnt and charred wiring. So we have this, we think is a Focus fan, and we're trying to make it work. Doesn't fit very well so far, but it will. Something tells me in the fullest amount of time it will.
It's the same shaft.
Game on.
But if that'll fit over the top.
Game on. The cooling saga continues. All the wires to the actual fan were melted, fan was seized, fan housing was dented. So we're now just trying to relay and tie various different bits of wiring together and trying to get past that melted stuff. The AC fan works. Yeah, that's where we're at. Right, today's project, everything was running fine yesterday. We were bringing it up to temperature, see if the little Focus fan is going to work in that housing, blah 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 blah. And this little thing, this vacuum canister thing, has separated at the top here. These tend to rot, and under pressure started pissing out. So we need to simplify all this wiring, all these hoses, to create one less failure point. The first step of the registration process is complete. Just going to get it smogged now, and I've got my 1-day usage pass, but I've got to admit I'm struggling to get hoses and fittings and stuff like that to make the cooling system work. So wish me luck. So first coolant bodge didn't work. There's major junctionage and leakage, and I'm going to go to the scrapyard tomorrow and get something like an S40 header tank with 2 returns, and then we don't have to have all that shenanigans going around there. And then tomorrow should be off to smoke. Shiny new water pump and thermostat with a water outlet arriving soon. Now, as we've seen before, she's definitely a bit crusty on the cooling side, so I've not pulled this out. It's loose. I've not pulled it out, so let's see what she looks like. That is hideous. That is hideous. Well, you know, it's actually better than I thought in there, so okay, well. And this is the delightful thermostat and housing. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Decidedly healthier than before. Look, you can actually see the thermostat this time. Excellent. So I'm not gonna lie, just took the car for a drive and it was popping and banging and smoke was everywhere, and the previous owner said he had struggled to make the oil cooler seat, and that is an understatement. It pissed everywhere, but it seems to have I think there's a lot of oil. I think there's too much oil in it, so I'm going to whip that oil cooler off, because I've cut the water pipes from that, and then hopefully mount a filter directly to the block right there, that way. That's what I tend to do on these cars. It's got like, so what's that, 4 quarts, that one, the milk?
4 quarts, yeah.
4, 6.7, 7.7 quarts of oil in an engine that's supposed to take 5 with a filter. Wow. Okay, so that may have been the smoke issue. Okay, everything is deleted right now, and I put the old filter on because I don't have another one, and it's late in the day, and I just want to put some oil in and see whether we can seal this bugger up and put the right amount of oil in so it doesn't piss smoke and fucking blow oil everywhere. So you can see that hose
there is the old water pipe for the old oil cooler, which is no longer there, so I'll be pulling that out, but it can stay there right now. It doesn't do anything.
Well, she did drive very well. No, it's a lie. She didn't drive well. She kind of limped to the smog station, at which point, by some miracle, she actually passed. How that happened, I have no idea. So then I limped her home with the same bad gas in the tank, the same bad tyres on the back, had some decent tyres on the front, but took, slow roads all the way home and parked her outside the house, ready for the next chapter. See you next time.